יון ויאיר מדברים דוגרי,
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 דוגרי, פצ'ה, צ'צ'ה.
אהבתי את זה.
כן, זה נשמע סבבה.
And shalom friends and welcome to podcast Let's Talk Dugri, the podcast where me and Yair talk Dugri, episode 134. Yes. Guys, this is our first official episode in English. We have another 133 episodes in Hebrew.
I want to correct you, 133.5.
And a half, exactly. Yes, sorry. Not including episodes where we interview people. Just me and Yair. So, first of all, if you know Hebrew, know somebody who knows Hebrew, or want to learn Hebrew, I suggest you listen to 133 and a half episodes of podcast Let's Talk Dugri, which is me and Yair, who know each other since we were 3 years old. Best friends until today for 30 years. For 30 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know
long
that
time.
We
should celebrate somehow.
I don't know the date.
I mean, we can look at the day where kindergarten started, which is now actually. Now kids went back to school.
Yes.
So right now, it's
We are
30. Guys,
whoa.
you're witnessing right now, me and Yair understanding at the same time
That we are friends for
30 years. We should celebrate somehow.
Dude, we should.
We should celebrate. We should do something. Celebration, a shirt, I don't know, something.
Something.
30 years, man.
A tattoo.
A tattoo, Yair.
Nah, not what you suggested.
A tattoo, Yair. A tattoo. Yair. Only Yair knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And if we ever do, you will never know about it, but it will be legendary. It will be legendary, yeah? And you know it. So, in each episode, we normally drink a beer. We try a beer and we give a review. This is the first episode as well where we're not drinking an alcoholic drink. Today, we're drinking Joko Go.
Joko Go.
Guys, Yair brought this from the United States because it's not being sold anywhere else that we know of, at least not in Israel. Joko, send this to Israel.
Shout out to Joko.
Shout out to Joko Willink. Guys, amazing person. Inspiring person. We heard, I think, most of his episodes in his podcast. We read his books. An inspiration of a man.
And some of the people in Israel, like, they already know you when I talk about you, but we are the first ones to discover you in Israel.
We're the OGs.
For sure.
We're the OGs.
For sure. Like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Ever since you appeared at Casey Neistat's episode, right?
Yeah.
That was the first spark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When he was there.
Since then, we're here, man. So we're going to try your Afterburner Orange.
Real energy, zero
crash. Okay.
Orange.
Guys, it's 9 at night. Me and Yair normally I drink my last coffee at 2 p.m.
I don't drink coffee, so my
He
body
doesn't drink
is not used to caffeine.
It has 95 milligrams, which is basically a coffee. Sugar, 10 calories. Sugar-free, 10 calories.
And we are a bit afraid because we have to talk Dugri, which means in Hebrew being honest.
Yes.
And if we don't like
Straight to the point.
we will say that we don't like it. And
new and improved flavor, Yair.
And I'm afraid that Joko will be mad at us. Don't be mad at us, please.
L'chaim.
Every time you open the can, you have a small sound like a discipline with freedom.
L'chaim.
L'chaim Yon. L'chaim Joko.
I don't know what to feel about it. Okay, my first thought was this tastes very similar to Fanta, right?
Yes.
But suddenly it's not like that sweet Fanta. It's like a more like
mellow
alternative sweetness. How do you call those?
Sweeteners. No, he has here. I remember. I didn't see it now. Yeah. He has monk fruit inside.
Oh, so it's not sweeteners.
This is the sweetener.
Oh, okay. Monk fruit, yeah. So it's a natural sweetener.
Yes. Like natural sweet.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Smart man. So, yeah, guys, it doesn't taste like orange. It tastes more like orange soda, but not with that super, super sweet flavor. Monk fruit flavor. Okay, good to know.
And
you'll see later how we feel.
yes, and I will continue reading because I never continued reading.
Okay.
It says here, monk fruit extract and fermented sugar cane.
Oh, fermented.
Is it good? I don't know.
Fermented?
Yeah, it's good.
I ferment everything.
Yeah.
I've been fermenting these for the past decade, more or less, from beer, mead, kimchi, sauerkraut, all kinds of tapache and hot sauces. So I love fermented things. I'm glad there's fermentation in this drink.
I will explain you exactly what this is. What I feel. I drink it and my mind is telling me, don't drink it. It's shit.
Yeah.
Because it tastes like...
Oh, so you're saying it tastes like a shitty drink?
Like junk drink. I will call it like that.
But it's good for you.
But it's good for you.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh, you can drink it. That's the thing. It doesn't try to be like, oh, tastes
it doesn't try to taste healthy. It tries to taste like a shitty drink and be healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Like you're cheating, but you're not cheating.
Yeah, like like the things you eat or drink, and your mind is telling you, stop. It's bad for you. It's so tasty that it's bad for you.
Yeah. Okay, we're talking way too much about Joko. Joko, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good drink. We would like to try the rest of them if you send them to Israel. So, guys, the reason we're actually doing this episode is because our dear sweet Yair right here, if you're hearing this, he's already a father.
A father.
Yep. So we haven't recorded an episode for the past 6 months. Each of us had a lot of things going on. Life. But we said that we need to do an episode right before he's a dad. So it's supposed to be the next week, 2 weeks, right?
Top
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now, dude. That's it.
2 weeks
That's
from now.
it.
So we said it could be any moment. So let's record an episode where it's basically going to be Yair. We're talking about his feelings before he's a dad, before he has his first child.
Dude,
your firstborn child.
It was your idea. It's an amazing idea.
It was my idea?
Yeah, you suggested it.
Such a genius.
Yon, my friends. Yon Legarda.
So it's like memory box, right? Where you have like Yair's feelings are going to be now saved forever in your thoughts. And also it's going to be fun to compare later, I don't know, in half a year, 1 year, how you feel about the things you thought now. So it could be a fun experiment episode.
Also for you, we talked about it before, that you are my best friends for 30 years already. And it's also very significant for you.
It is.
Because you are going to be his uncle.
Yeah, I am going to be his uncle. Yeah.
Or Uncle Yon.
Yair doesn't have any sisters or brothers. I am his brother.
Yes.
And I'm going to be Pascal's. Pascal is the temporary name.
Brother from another mother.
Brother from another mother.
Cecilia. Shout out, Cecilia.
Yeah, I'm going to be... I think in Yair's life, I had a lot of impact, but for many things, I was like the bad influence on Yair.
I will always say it, like every time I meet someone, okay, Yon is my friend, okay? Yon is a friend of mine that every time I meet someone new, it takes me 1 hour top to start talking about my friend. Okay? It's like you need to...
I think it's similar with me.
You need to meet Yon. He's special.
Like when I talk about my life, you're always there somehow.
You know, life is boring.
Yeah.
You are like bringing some action, some special sauce.
So, like it or not, I am going to be the bad influence uncle on your kid. And you're going to be pissed off. I want this to be recorded right now. At some point, you're going to be mad at me because I'm doing something you don't like with your kid, and I'm ruining him or I'm putting him in danger or whatever. And I'm going to remind you, trust me, I'm going to love your kid, whatever happens. Doesn't matter what he becomes, and doesn't matter nothing. I'm going to love that kid like he's my own, and I'll always want the best for him. And sometimes I see things that you might not see.
Wow.
So once that happens, I'm going to play this to you. Trust me.
To be honest, I trust you.
Thank you very much.
I trust you. Thank
you very much. I'm going to take that kid on adventures, man.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like me and my kid, we have a fight at home. And it's like, I'm going to Yon.
If that ever happens, it's going to be the best day of my fucking life. I'm kicking out whoever's in the house.
And then like the day after,
Pascal is coming to stay over. Fuck off.
And then like the day after, like me and Shir, we like guessed, like imagined that like he just sleeping at the couch at Yon's. All of a sudden I FaceTime Yon.
Mm-hmm.
I see them both climbing Mount Everest or some shit.
Diving, climbing
And
something,
like,
building something.
And he's like 13 years old.
Oh yeah, I'm taking you somewhere. Yeah. I also told Yair, I mean, I have 2 nephews and I also have a brother who's like 10 and a half years younger than me. So I have some experience with kids. Before my sister's firstborn was born, she said everybody who wants to babysit this kid needs to do the I don't know how it's called in baby CPR course. It's like a few hours,
Like emergency
exactly. Yeah,
things.
so
Baby chokes and stuff like that.
yeah, exactly. So I did that course, that few hours course. I have experience changing diapers. I have experience babysitting since as young as few months old. So I can take care of things. We live very next to each other. So if you ever need a babysitter, I'm here.
Garda. This is part of the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna burp.
Yeah, we're gonna burp.
Burp.
So let's start deep, man.
Okay.
What's the biggest fear you have
Wow.
in regards to the kid?
The kid.
It doesn't have to be something that might happen to the kid. It has to be anything in regards to the kid.
You want me to be completely honest?
Yes,
Completely
Yes.
honest?
I do.
I didn't think about that.
You really haven't.
I am still thinking about me.
Yeah, it could be something that you might do. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be a good enough father.
No,
for example.
I don't like. I'm not thinking about him. What
yeah?
problems I'm gonna have with him?
Okay.
I'm thinking about me as Yair.
What do you mean?
I mean that I am thinking. It might sound a bit depressing, but it's not depressing. It's just like a bit depressing, but more interesting than that. I am thinking that my life is gonna completely change,
Mm-hmm.
and what's gonna happen. And it's like I am seeing myself, my life till now, and I'm like waving, saying
Mhm.
goodbye.
Wow. You're actually crossing a threshold.
You know, in Star Wars, the 6th and last episode, The Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So in the end of the movie, you see them, like those who passed away or died.
Yeah.
You see their spirits.
Yeah.
I am seeing my own spirit right now.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I'm
wow.
like,
Okay.
Bye.
You know, that's funny that you said nothing to do with a kid, only with me, because normally on weekends I go meet my parents and I talked about, you're going to have a kid and stuff, and a few feelings that you had. And I think my mom said, whatever he's saying now, it's bullshit. The first moment he's going to even comprehend he has a kid is when he's holding it, or even later, maybe even later. Because I said he feels like she said nothing. Forget, that's nothing. The only moment men actually digest the fact that you have a child, a human being, is when you're holding it. Until that moment, you're not aware of it. And it's not weird. That's just our nature. My father said the same thing. Look, until I didn't hold Carolina in my arms, I had no idea.
The click didn't click.
Exactly. Because the women, I mean, they carry it for 9 months and they go through all these changes. So
Hormones and stuff.
they have an actual connection, a blood connection to the kid. We don't.
Someone told me something very interesting today at work. I don't know if it's true, but because it's so cool, I want to believe it's true. But she told me, I never thought about that in the first month, most of the newborns look like the father.
Really?
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because like decades ago,
That makes
so they
stay.
will see the connection.
Oh, so that makes the male stay. Because he wouldn't have any other reason to stay otherwise.
Yes, but
If
now
there's a connection, yeah.
I have only one thing. Like I really want to believe that. I really want to believe it's true, but I have only one question.
What?
If we are talking about evolution,
Mhm.
this is like evolution. How they didn't know how they look like, really. They didn't have mirrors.
I mean,
When was the mirror invented, Yon?
yeah, they didn't have mirrors, but there were reflections in places. Like, I don't know. First of all, we know that most prehistoric humans made civilizations next to water. They always had water next to them. They always had every day you have to drink water. So I'm guessing most people saw your reflection.
It's like low res.
Huh?
You don't really see yourself.
Right now, we are used to a nice straight mirror. 500, 1,000 years ago, there were also mirrors, but they were very, very blurry. They weren't finished like they are now. They didn't have the same finishing. So people also used to watch themselves very blurry, but they thought that was the best. You know? It's like, look at paintings or videos from 20 years ago on YouTube and look at videos now. And you'll, oh my God, I thought this was super high resolution.
Yeah, like
it looks like shit now.
You have the meme that shows like a 720p.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago and 720p today.
Exactly.
It looks like shit.
Yeah. So
all the movies you saw.
So if you go prehistorically, I'm sure that like watching your reflection in the water was something people did. When humans started to evolve, started to be aware of themselves, maybe that was like a ceremony to look at yourself, watch yourself. There's all of the theories about prehistoric humans eating mushrooms and stuff. Dude, I'm sure that prehistoric humans used to look at themselves in some sort of reflection.
Or I have another thought. Maybe they didn't know how they look like.
Okay.
And the mother, in order to protect her child, thought about that. And she told him that, and it just like something that,
oh, he has your eyes, he has your...
It doesn't look like me. But your mind, he convinces himself that it's true.
Also think about it. Even without mirrors, you have a certain idea of yourself. I know from what other people tell me, if you're blonde, if you have blue eyes, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're fat. So I'm guessing if you see a kid who has blue eyes and dark hair, if you have blue eyes, you're like, okay,
there is something.
So we had some sort of self-perception. So I'm guessing when you see a kid and you're like, oh, yeah, that looks like me. Probably. I don't know.
The mirror, what they are saying, it was developed around 8,000 years ago.
Whoa, okay. So a lot before what I thought.
Yeah. 8,000. That's what they are saying here. Wow. You mentioned.
So the ancient Egyptians might have had mirrors? That's interesting.
Yeah. And the explanation for that.
Also, I know there was an experiment with animals to see who has self-perception, who has a perception of himself, that he exists. So what they did was they took gorillas, dogs, dolphins, all kinds of animals. And the experiment was there's a mirror or like a one-sided window, and they drew on that animal a dot on the forehead. So when an ape or a gorilla came in front of his reflection and he saw it, he went like this because he was aware what I'm seeing is me. Oh my God, I don't recognize this on my face. So they tried to wipe it away. A dog looked at himself and just continued on walking. He's not aware that that thing he's seeing is him. So, most animals don't have mirrors like we do, but they were aware of themselves. So I'm guessing they know what they look like in some way.
That's a cool logo for something. A bear looking at himself in a mirror.
Yeah.
It can be a cool logo.
It could be a cool logo.
I have one explanation for 8,000 years ago, like the mirror.
What?
Aliens. This is
aliens is the new religion. Everything you cannot explain.
Aliens.
Yeah. Before it was God, now it's aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the
subject of the episode. Okay. Well, okay, how are you preparing for the child? What changes have you already done in your life to receive the child?
Wow, it's a good question. You prepared in advance?
No,
very good.
I know. I'm good.
First of all, organizing the house.
Yeah,
like
baby proof.
Yeah, I thought, and I still think that I am. Like my house is not loaded with things. Like I don't buy things I don't really need.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something I don't need, so after a while I try to sell it.
Yeah.
And we found a lot of stuff we throw away.
Okay.
So organizing the house, buying the things we need.
By the way, guys, Yair a few years ago was in the mindset of minimalism.
Yes.
He read the book. He talked about it in one of the episodes, in the Hebrew episodes. If you guys want to know Hebrew, want to jump over, it's worth listen.
And I still think in some
So
ways...
you're not as much right now, but you still have some of the values from minimalism.
I, for example, something I still don't do is I don't go to shopping mall and just buy a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like I have my t-shirts, they go with me.
Yeah.
No one ever noticed that I am wearing the same t-shirt many times. No one cares.
Until they don't break apart, I have the same t-shirt. Or if I don't know, if suddenly I go up in weight and they're small on me, I give it to my brother.
Yeah, that's good. Recycling, my friend.
Exactly.
But to be honest, I think the biggest preparation is in my mind.
Your mind?
Understanding, realizing, thinking.
Like what, for example?
About everything. Something I'm going to talk about it soon, in a few minutes, about my new project. Yon has the diplomacy, how you call it?
Advocacy.
So I have my own project, but one of the things I want to do there is talking about the question of time.
Well, you can already talk about it. I mean, this.
Yeah, no. I'm going to talk about it now.
Yeah.
The question of time.
Okay.
The meaning of time is going to change.
What do you mean?
I read in a few books that your most expensive currency is your time.
Yeah.
And my time, how my time is going to look like. My time with myself, my time with my wife, my time with you, my time at work, my time with my parents, my time to sleep, time.
Yeah.
Time, 24 hours. What's going to change? Because things are going to change.
Also, I think things are going to change, in one day, things are going to change very, very fast.
180
but
degrees.
Then things are going to kind of go back to normal slowly.
People told me after 4 or 5 months, things are starting to be a bit easier.
Yeah. Once the baby, I think once the baby starts to sleep, almost full nights, wakes up only once at night, that's when your sleep schedule is okay. For example, sometimes Chili barks once at night, but I sleep very well. So if he wakes you up once, it's all right. I think in the beginning, the baby wakes you up every couple of hours, right? Something like that.
I think you need, don't get me wrong if I'm not right, don't kill me, but I think every 3 hours you need to feed the baby.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Go read something. Don't say, I feed my baby because Yair told me on the podcast. I don't know nothing. Don't play me, please.
Yair is the disclaimer king, and I think now that we're speaking in English, he's a bit more
thinking about it.
Yeah. More sensitive.
I'm like our lawyers.
Yair is our lawyers, and I am our anti-PC talker.
You are,
the free talker.
Exactly.
The Dugri talker.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're also, the room you had for work, the room we used to record the podcast is now a baby room.
A baby. It's no, it's still part of it is my and Shear's office.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 meters on 4 meters room. It's 12 square meters. It's nothing. But we have one corner is my,
your desk?
My desk. Other side is Shear's. And in the middle, in another corner,
you put a baby cabinet to change him and everything.
With this cute pictures.
Yeah, put some cute pictures in his house now.
It's interesting because me and Shear, we had a goal for ourselves.
Yeah.
Until the baby arrives, to live in our own house.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. It's on the way, I hope. I pray to real estate gods, but it didn't happen now. So there was also a moment of a bit feeling a bit like I failed.
Okay.
Something didn't
disappointment?
Yeah, exactly. Of myself, because I had a clear goal.
Yeah.
And I did everything I can in order to get there. And I didn't. And I had a bit of time until I did my own thing, and I said, okay.
Yeah.
You are okay.
You did everything you could.
Yes.
Things didn't go as planned,
Yes.
There's a word like an army word when things don't go as planned. So you maneuver.
Yeah.
Maneuver? I think. עשיתי יום מחדש.
בלטם.
בדיוק. בלטם.
Yeah.
If somebody knows the American army word for בלטם.
It's like unprepared event.
Yeah.
Something like...
בלתי בלטם. בלתי צפוי? לא, בלתי...
Unpredicted event.
Unpredicted events, yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to be full of those.
Oh, it's going to be full of those. You're going to have to reroute many times.
Maneuver.
So I think you really have to keep in mind that, I mean, it's going to be so dynamic. Your time and everything. I mean, the kid is going to change so fast. You know, years are going to pass like this, and he's going to be a different person completely every stage of his life, from toddler to baby to kid to teenager. So, like, you're worried about maybe your time because you're always thinking about. Yair is a person who really thinks about his future. You have a plan, you have a goal, you want to get there, so maybe now if your timetable changes, it's like your plans for the future get further or get canceled or something. So I'm saying, like, don't worry.
Everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right. Maybe things are going to move a few months or 1 year afterwards. Because after half a year that the kid is going to be born, you're going to be back on track. You're going to figure out how to deal with the kid, what to do with the kid. And once he starts becoming a bit more independent, you put him in kindergarten, in school. So everything is going to be okay. Yeah, basically.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's like my biggest fear, or not fear, but like a combination of fear and like just question.
Yeah.
Is exercise, working out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that I'm like, okay, how am I going to make it work?
Yeah. So working out might be a problem. You might have to be okay with not working out for, I don't want to say even months, a few weeks even.
It hurts. Yeah. It hurts.
A few weeks even. I know there's a lot of nutritional plans. Is that how they're called? Yeah. For fathers here in Israel. Right? There's a
Fit Dad.
Something like that. Yeah, a very popular one. I think even my sister's husband did it, and it worked for him. I mean, it's hard, but it worked. So even if you don't work out, you can maybe look at your nutrition, where you eat. You already eat healthy, but you might have to accept the fact that you won't be able to work.
We'll have a belly, a small baby.
Yeah. Dad bod. You're going to have... No, I don't think you're going to have a dad bod.
I'm not going to have a dad bod.
You're not going to have a dad bod.
No.
I have a few friends. We have a good friend named Tom Sapir, and he's an athlete. He does judo.
Yeah, he's built like, in Rome, the
gladiators.
The statues of gods.
That's how he's built.
Yeah.
He's built like Goku. Okay, guys? He's built like Goku.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, exactly. So, he has a daughter. Yeah, his daughter. And he's still built like a Greek god.
Yeah, but he also, like, you see the genes, man.
Yeah.
The genes.
He has Georgian genes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Respect.
But you're similar. I mean, I think for at least a decade, you've been working out consistently and watching what you eat. Pretty consistently.
Yeah. Totally.
So I think even if a few weeks pass, a few months pass, you're going to be okay. Yeah. You're going to be okay.
I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try. That's something I want to try is I'm going to buy our friends Mind Pump, their 15-minute program.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it because the title is very good marketing-wise. Yeah, convincing. So I'm going to buy their plan and I'm going to report.
I'm right now in the last phase of their anabolic program, the first one. I'm seeing results, man.
Dude, they know what they're doing.
Dude, we've been listening to Mind Pump for how long now?
Since I started listening to them to 2020, COVID.
2020?
COVID.
I think at around that time, or maybe a year later, you told me about him. I haven't been listening like you were. I mean, I think I've listened to maybe like 30, 40 episodes.
I listened to hundreds.
Hundreds? So I think I maybe did like 30 or 40. But I mean, I love him so much and I trust them so much.
They are Dugri.
They are Dugri.
They
exactly.
are being honest. They don't care. Like they are succeeding. They have money because they are being honest and they are not trying to bullshit you.
Yeah.
And every product they recommend, I believe them.
that's at least how it feels.
90% of their products, I want to buy them because they recommend. And the only reason I didn't buy them is because I live in Israel and shipping is like one package of small thing will cost me $200.
Yeah.
So
up until now, we trusted them. We didn't know because we didn't do any of their programs. We didn't eat any of their food. So it was all just based on trust.
You feel like...
Yeah. I mean, even their AI, the Dexa, is amazing. I mean, I use it almost all the time for any question I have on the program, and it answers me precisely, and it shows me exactly from which episode, and goes exactly to the time in the episode where they talked about it. I showed you. Amazing. So I did their anabolics program. I was doing jiu-jitsu. I was doing CrossFit for a while. I mean, I've been working out for almost all of my life. I had some ups and downs, but basically I was a swimmer. So a few months ago, I just said, okay, I'm going to build my own program 3 times a week, pull, push, and legs. I'll be fine. And I mean, it worked. It was nice. I was getting a workout. I was getting pumped. But at some point, I said, okay, maybe I need some professional program. I want to see results. I said, let's try Mind Pump. I like them. Let's go for it. And I got the anabolics. And I'm right now in the last phase. I did the pre 1, 2, and now I'm 3. And I'm seeing results.
Amazing. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I love
it. And it's fun. I don't really like working out. For me, working out is like going to work. It's something just you have to do.
Yeah, I like working out.
Yeah, you enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. For me, because I used to be a professional swimmer. I used to train from like 6 to 10 times a week. So for me, it was like just another thing you have to do with life. You have to go to school. You have to go to train. So until today, it's something I know I have to do. It's good for me. It's not like, oh my God, I'm going to work. It's not.
It's like eating broccoli.
Yeah. It's like eating healthy. You have to do it. It might feel nice later, but you have to do it. So that's working out for me. And I like lifting weights. I like jiu-jitsu. I like swimming. And these workouts, when I'm lifting weights, I'm actually feeling like pumped in the end. I don't know how they write it, how they planned it but I mean, I finished the workout. I'm like, that was good. It was good. I feel like it worked.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I recommend you try the 15 and tell me about it.
I will do it. Do it. Yeah. That's gonna be the first program I buy from them.
Yeah. Okay. What's the main differences that you feel between you and Shir in regards to the babies coming?
What do you mean?
I know that, the classic that we said, the male is less connected and the female is more connected to the baby coming.
At the beginning.
But like when you talk about plans for after the baby comes, I don't know, I'm guessing you guys might talk about things, I don't know, how to raise education or how to prepare the house, I don't know, food. Is there differences in how she treats the baby and how you treat the baby?
So like...
That's a good question.
Yon, you are on fire,
on fire, man.
Yon, I'm going to shake your hand because the questions are good, man.
Yeah.
You're on the guard, on the mic. So I talked about it with Shir. She talked about it with me, correct?
Yeah.
If I want to be more correct. Like, to be honest, like we talked about it in the past. Like, how do you want him to eat as many candies as you want? Like, general questions.
Yeah.
But like she said, you understand that we are only preparing everything until the baby comes out. We didn't talk about anything
afterwards. Okay.
Afterwards, we don't know nothing. We don't know how to change diapers. We don't know what
you're going to learn how to change diapers very fast.
And about the pregnancy, she knows everything, okay? But I am trying to be very involved, and going to...
Very mindful, very demure.
But yeah, I'm trying to be going to all the courses, to physiotherapy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I know things, man. I know things that I didn't know before about the women's body and pregnancy and everything. But we didn't think about the day after at all. The only thing we talked about already is the circumcision ceremony.
Okay, you're doing it.
Yeah. Listen, okay, because we're talking in English, so I'm going to explain because it's not obvious, but we are Jewish.
Yes.
We,
if it wasn't obvious until now, we are Jews.
We are from the Holy Landus. And we are, so we are Jewish. And here, like, it is not more than common, you know?
Yeah.
It's just everyone
is circumcised.
Circumcised. Like, to...
Well, also for Jews outside of Israel, I mean, I think they feel stronger about it. Every Jew outside of Israel circumcises his kid. You don't even think about it. I think only in Israel we're having this conversation. The only Jews in the world who are having this conversation, like, should you circumcise your kid or not? I mean, let's really think about what health benefits are there. Is it really worth it?
Wow.
Right? So many questions.
Yeah, so many questions. And now I'm thinking about, okay, we as Israelis, as Jewish, we look at the ceremony, or not everyone, but I'm sure Yon looks about it the same way. He looks at it and he says, "This is some
pagan shit.
That's some pagan shit." Exactly.
It's some pagan shit.
I was about to say pagani.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's like, okay. Again, I'm probably like not doing it well, but explaining well, but what you do in the circumcision, so you have the top
foreskin,
exactly.
Yeah.
So the rabbi or the doctor, they cut it.
Yeah.
The babies.
So like pull it up. Okay, I'm going to talk graphic, okay, guys? They like pull the foreskin up above the helmet, and they like pinch it with some special pinchers so they don't hurt the helmet, and they go shlack with a very, very sharp knife, just like the little foreskin that goes above the helmet. They go shlack, and then I don't know if I want to say this in public.
Wow, that's some pagan shit.
The way to disinfect the child's
old school way.
Now old school way.
You have other options, but like the old school.
The rabbi used to give it a little, like that.
Fuck, when you say it out loud, you understand how fucked up it is.
Yeah. Oh, and beforehand, they put their pinky finger in wine and they put it then on the baby's lips
to make him a bit tipsy.
Yeah, exactly. Some pagan shit.
Yeah, tipsy baby.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really do anything. It's like less than a drop in his lip.
My mom told me this week. She told me, "You were so drunk." I wasn't drunk. Come on, I was the baby. I had
yeah. So that happens, and then he gives it and then that's it.
And nowadays, the only difference is if you do it the old way.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Today, there are doctors who do it.
No, you have, or like the question is to go to a doctor or to a rabbi.
Yeah.
So a doctor is a doctor, but here in Israel, they say that the rabbis, they have more experience with that because they did it much more. For example, a doctor did it 100 times and a rabbi did it 10,000 times.
And you also have rabbis who still do it the old school way. You have rabbis who are more
but now
medical.
I think the Israeli health thing, they're the part in the government.
Health ministry.
Yeah, exactly. They don't allow to do it the old school. You need need a plastic straw to do it because babies had how you call it?
Infections?
Not the
herpes.
Herpes.
Oh fuck!
Yes.
Fuck. That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. So so that's so weird. So Israel is the only country in the world that it's so common that when people ask you about it, and not everyone asks because it's pretty obvious, you say, everyone are doing it.
Yeah.
And even for us, it's crazy. Imagine being Jewish outside of Israel, and you go to work, and you have a baby, and you talk with your not Jewish friends at work, like heating in the microwave.
Yeah, well,
they are asking, tomorrow I'm going to my son's circumcision. Oh yeah, what does it mean?
You cut the baby's schlong
and you suck it. What the fuck?
I think
you leave some parts out.
First of all, I think it depends where in the world, because I think a lot of Christians, I don't know if most, but I know a lot of Christians also circumcised.
And Muslims as well.
Like the Abrahamic religions. I don't know if all of them, but most of them. I know, for example, in Spain, they don't circumcise their kids. At least most of this. I mean, I used to be a swimmer in Spain. I've seen some other guys' dicks. So none of them were circumcised, but I know some have. So I think today that's a more common conversation. Like circumcision is a very popular word. So maybe, I don't know, if you live in, I don't know, Asia or Africa where they actually don't, I don't know, do Chinese people circumcise?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm guessing like somebody like them, if Chinese people don't circumcise, their cultures are so different than ours, and maybe talking about that would be like, oh my God, are you guys crazy? Why would you do that? So I don't know, maybe. Circumcision. So I think because we're not living abroad, we don't really have to stay strong to our roots. Israel is a very Jewish place, so you can like kind of
circumcision rates are low in China compared to Asian countries like South Korea, and Japan. Our Japanese friends.
Why do Japanese people circumcise? If you guys know the answer in the comments.
You know the answer. We talked about it.
Yes, there is a theory.
Yeah.
That has been proven in real life experiences that the Japanese love Jews for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That
they think we are all super rich.
Yes. I saw somewhere the fact that the book The Elders of Zion is is very, very much sold in a few countries, a few Arab countries, but also in Japan.
Yeah.
And then I connected to a story from the time I used to travel in Southeast Asia. And I was in the Philippines. And I was doing Shabbat dinner with a rabbi, and he talked about a group of Japanese people that came to his place a few weeks ago. And they wanted to convert to Judaism and learn Kabbalah. And he was saying, of course, yeah, but could you tell me why you're interested in the Jewish religion? Why are you interested in the Kabbalah and the Torah? And they said, yes, the Torah is a manual of how to make money, and we want to learn from you guys. And he was like, no. That's not the Torah. I mean, I don't know what you guys heard, but it's not it. We Jews don't have a secret to how to make money. That's something very anti-Semitic. It's not real. And they were so disappointed because they flew from Japan to the Philippines to meet him and do that. So when I connected these two facts, I was like, oh my God, the Japanese love us and want to learn from us because they think the Jews are made of money.
That we are all super rich.
All super rich. And we have like a secret in our religion to how to make money.
And you know why I left before?
Why?
Because I'm sure it happens a few times. I don't know if many times, but at least 3 times that a few Japanese friends, they sat somewhere and they were talking, and one of them said, yeah, like the Jews, they are rich, we need to be like them.
Yeah.
And then one of the other guys like went on Google and read like, how do you become Jewish?
Yeah.
And then they saw circumcision. They said, that's their secret. That's God's test.
Yeah. My foreskin is just holding me back all of these years.
And they were a bit tipsy after a few glasses of sake.
Yeah.
And
a lot of Americans think that too, right?
And they like went and did circumcision while they are drunk. And they are still poor.
Wow. I was saying, a lot of Americans also think that Jews have like inheritance money. When I moved to the States, I think in my first couple of weeks, I took an Uber, and this was this guy, and he was talking to me. Oh yeah, I'm new in LA. Where'd you come from? Israel. Oh, you're one of these Jews. I'm like, yeah. Oh, you'll be okay. You have an inheritance money. You have an inheritance gold from the Jew money. And I was sitting there with another guy in the Uber. You share an Uber. And I'm like,
because you're not rich.
Exactly. Uber X, the one you have to walk, and then he will leave you somewhere in your area.
That's the biggest proof that Yon is not rich.
Yeah. And I mean, I was trying to tell the guy, that's a lie. Like, what? Don't lie to me. I know you have inheritance money. And the guy is like looking at me like, dude, forget it.
Yeah,
don't listen to him.
Just smile and
just smile away. At some point, I just said, okay, whatever. But that happened to me more than once. I had a Russian friend that was learning with me. They also had like an anti-Semitic like yeah, because Jews are known for like lying in the scene. Dude, whoa. Yeah, she was Russian. She was Russian, not German. Sorry, she was Russian. Yeah, she also had like a moment. So a lot of Americans also think that Jews have like inheritance gold and money. It's not only a Japanese thing.
It's a
worldwide thing, phenomenon.
You know?
There's some people who just use that to make fun of us, but there's some people who really believe that we Jews have like a money secret.
I'm like, wow.
Yes.
This shirt, like, I got it for free from a conference. I went at work.
Yeah.
It's free.
Nice.
It's true classic, Yon.
It's true classic?
Yeah.
Nice.
They
How
get
is
it
it
for free. It's good.
It's good?
I have two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always want to order it because, I mean, you guys are putting your advertisements in Israel and you
Charge a lot of money.
don't charge a lot of money to ship to Israel. So you either get shit together and start putting lower shipping prices to Israel, or you stop marketing your shirts to Israel.
Yeah, it's a waste of money, I'm sure. Like,
because I really want to try their shirts.
So they are geniuses when it comes to video marketing. They are one of the best ones because they make simple videos, but they hit the man's
viral, funny
man's mind right in the spot.
Yep,
right in the spot.
Yeah,
and go and watch on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it, and it's amazing. Like, for example, another example for that. This week we had the iPhone new line launch.
The 16.
And my wife always laugh at me like, why do you watch it? Like, why are you nerd and stuff, laughing at me? And like, okay, there is a part I want to see, know what's new, even though nothing is really new.
Yeah,
the color is different.
No, the intelligence.
It's not yet available, Yon.
It's gonna be available in the new one.
No, they're gonna launch it and the AI capabilities will only come a few months later.
Oh, really?
Because it's not really cooked yet.
Really?
Fully cooked.
Oh, that sucks.
And I want to respect it. Have to give them respect because other companies would have like, this is the launch date. Yeah. We have to do it.
And then a bunch of bugs.
Yeah.
And then fixes it.
Yeah. And like, no, if it's not perfect, we are not going to release it.
Yeah. So why do they? So they don't market it for now. They're marketing it for like, guys, we're working on this.
It's not going to come.
Yeah.
And I told her the main reason I do marketing and like my job is marketing. I just love to watch their videos and the way they talk because this is purified marketing.
They have a few tricks up their sleeve.
They are doing
right.
Yeah.
They have like phrases that always come in. They always say like, this is the newest iPhone ever, like something like that, right?
They are amazing.
This is the newest iPhone today, or like the newest iPhone.
They're marketing. Like they won't. I listened to many podcasts. I read many marketing books. I know my marketing. There won't be any thing related to marketing. Then the Apple example won't come up somehow. How they did marketing.
So, also, I mean, for Apple, we have to give them their UX UI is, I think, the best because you always have the conversation like Android or iOS. And always the Android phones have the best stats, the best prices, everything. But you were an Android patient for a while, for many years. And at some point you switched to Apple and you agree that it's just better. It doesn't have to be the price. It's just the experience of having it. It's so much more comfortable and easier.
I will tell you one thing. I don't think I ever heard it in other places. Maybe I did. But I know how to describe Apple in one word.
Go ahead.
Not innovation, not all those things. Community.
Community? Okay.
This is the basic need that Apple is answering for. Like the sense of community.
Really?
Think about it. When you you have when you meet someone that has an Apple like product, you will maybe talk with him about his product. I feel the connection. Like people approach me. Oh, you have the iPhone? Yeah. How is it? It's good, right?
I'll tell you something. I don't think I do that. But for example, yesterday I had a friend here that she's been living in town for many years, and I bragged about the AirPods Pro. I bragged about them with you when I bought them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, listen to the noise cancellation, listen to the transparency, and listen to the bass, and everything. I mean, I've been an Apple person for many years.
Fanboy.
I don't know if fanboy, but I have the TV, the laptop, the iPhone.
I don't want to break it to you, but you're a fanboy.
I'm a fanboy? Okay. So I'm an Apple fanboy. And to be honest, it's just the word I would describe is just comfortable. The AirPods will connect exactly to what you're using. If I'm playing a video on the laptop and suddenly I switch to the phone, it's like in the same second, and then somebody calls me.
For me, the most amazing thing is AirDrop.
AirDrop is so
AirDrop
comfortable.
Is the best feature.
It's so comfortable.
Most underrated feature.
Yeah, the UX UI is comfortable. Everything just works. I mean, even the CarPlay in the car, it's so comfortable and well put.
Yeah, I think the last example, because we're talking too much about Apple, the last example I want to show in order to demonstrate what they do.
Yeah.
Like the main joke about them is that they never innovate, and they always like the things that they are launching now already exist in Android for many years.
Mm-hmm.
But you need the most basic example, okay? Like this year, they launched the new iOS for the iPads.
Mm-hmm.
And for until now, I don't know if you'd never thought
calculator?
about it. They never had a calculator.
I've never thought about it. No,
they never had it, and now they launched it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone said, "Oh, finally, look at Android." But then the moment when they showed the features of the calculator, they did some new stuff. They upgraded the calculator.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
Like you can write the question in math question, it will answer.
Look, it's like regardless of what you think of Elon Musk, there were electric cars before Tesla. Tesla made it mainstream, sexy, and desirable, basically.
Yeah.
So of course there were before, but he did it right. Whatever you think about him. So it's just like Apple. It wasn't the first smartphone. It wasn't the first computer. Most of their feature, computer, nothing. They just did it right. Yeah. Like it or not.
Beside of their mouse is shit.
I have a hard question for you. And you can see if I want to answer it.
I will hopefully answer it.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a bit afraid.
Is there something that you feel your son can do that will disappoint you?
Wow.
Hard question.
Will disappoint me?
Yeah. He doesn't want to work out.
He doesn't like Star Wars. No.
He doesn't like Star Wars. Doesn't like working out.
Son anymore.
He wants to learn a certain thing. I don't know. He comes out of the closet. Something we can still talk about. I don't know. Is there anything your son can decide to do in his life or not decide to do that you want him to do that you will feel disappointment?
Okay. So first of all, I want to, tackle the elephant in the room.
Okay.
I think the most interesting part maybe is the question about if he will tell me he's gay.
Yeah, coming out of the closet. Yeah.
What I feel now.
Yeah.
I completely believe that I will support him, hug him. He will still be my kid.
Mm-hmm.
But now, after I passed 9 months of pregnancy with Cheer, the only part I will be sad is not for me.
Yeah.
Is only for him.
Not to have that experience.
That he didn't have this experience of, feeling his baby in his lover's belly.
Yeah.
That's like a feeling.
Like that kind of connection.
Eating the apple in the garden.
In the orchard.
Gan Eden.
In the
Garden of
Eden. Eating the forgotten fruit.
Yeah.
The forbidden fruit.
Yeah, forbidden fruit. That's one of the things in life
that's interesting.
But beside of that, it's full support. For support. Like,
it's an interesting thought. I don't really, I'm not expecting a baby now that I know of. And I have no idea what I would feel. I would love to tell you, I don't give a fuck. But I don't know. Because I think for me, again, I'm not expecting a baby, but I'm just trying to imagine the moment. I think for me, it would be something like that, like, oh, that's sad that he won't be able to have kids. But then I think, they have a lot of options of having kids.
Yeah.
Like
you can have a kid, and it's your kid. Amazing. Even I really like one of the things. If I will have enough money to do it, I wanna adopt one day.
Yeah,
that's something I really want to do.
Okay,
like adopt a kid.
Yeah,
like I will have let's say 2-3 kids of my own, and if I have the money to do it, because it's expensive to have a child, I would adopt.
Nice. It's a nice thought. interesting what we'll think. Oh, you will think after 3 kids.
Yeah.
We have this. Yeah. So yeah, I have no idea if I'm honest with myself.
But something he will do that will disappoint me.
Yeah. Is there anything you can think of?
I think
becomes a fat streamer that doesn't want to work out and
I won't be disappointed. I will just be a bit like one of my dreams is to work out with my kids, you know,
yeah.
like to show them their dad knows the moves.
Yeah.
To beat them, you know.
Yair is gonna be one of those dads when his daughter is dating somebody and that kid is afraid of the girl's father.
You know,
Yair is gonna be that father.
Bad Boys, Will Smith.
Yeah.
The scene we are gonna do it. Reggie.
I had to remember that monologue. How old are you? 18. What did I say? You look 30. Fucker, you look 30. Yeah. Who is this kid coming to take out my niece? I don't know. I don't know my monologue, but
pulls out the gun.
Pulls out the gun. You know how to fight? You know how to fight? Yeah, that one. If you guys know that monologue or that whatever,
it's iconic.
It's iconic.
So yeah, like but that I don't know. Like I think
I'm changing the battery. Go, keep on talking.
You want us to take a break?
We can take a break.
Take a break. Yes. So guys, we will be back in a sec.
Hold that.
Back in a sec.
איזה צ'יל הוא הצ'ילי.
נכון.
dude, קוראים לו צ'ילי, man.
Still recording.
So yeah, dude.
Okay.
I think that's if
we learned a lesson.
We've been doing like we have the podcast in Hebrew. I think already like 4 years, man.
Yeah,
4 years.
4 years is a long time.
It passed. Like in July, we had 4 years. Our main tip. We have many tips, but this is the biggest one.
And we failed at it today.
Always start recording and don't pause because
until you don't finish, don't pause it and stop it.
Like
it doesn't weigh that much. Just leave it recording.
It will happen. You will one day forget.
Today, our pre-episode, we didn't record. Yeah. So it happens. So you had a thought you wanted to talk about. Do you still remember what it was?
No, but I will remember later.
Okay. Sababa.
It's very it's already 10 p.m.
Okay, so
after a long day.
Okay, so how are you feeling? It's been half an hour since we drank it. You feeling any different?
I will tell you what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling that my mind is saying, okay, I think you're tired, and something is saying, you are not tired.
Really? I'm feeling awake. I'm feeling good.
Leon, you need to remember everything in life.
What?
I'm not used to caffeine. So you
True.
are
yeah.
You're right. I drank alcohol for the first time when I was 18.
Yeah, probably with me.
In the the prom, not prom, like the party after you finish, with all the kids. It was the first time I drank alcohol.
Oh wow!
And here 18 is the legal age to start drinking, not 21. And I was drunk after nothing.
Yeah.
A few drops of vodka or something.
Yeah.
And because I was not used to it.
So I have 2 coffees a day. Every day I have either 2 shots of espresso, one with a breakfast and one with lunch, or just a mug of coffee, filter coffee. So I'm not a huge caffeine guy, but I am used to caffeine. So I'm just feeling awake. I'm just feeling active. I'm feeling good. I mean, we are spiced right now. So I'm feeling good. Real energy, and we'll see about the crash.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Hope I will be able to sleep tonight. I need to sleep as much as I can.
Yeah. Right now you have to sleep as much as you can. Yeah. Because very soon.
So yeah, regarding what you said before, no, I don't think any way he will be disappointed of me, because I think I realized how it is important for me that my parents will be proud.
Mm-hmm.
And because I realized that, one of the things I want to make sure I do is to tell my kids that I'm proud of them all the time.
That's good.
I think that when you know that,
mm-hmm.
you have something click, you know?
Yeah, I have something even a bit deeper for you to. It's not just to say to them that you're proud of them. is to really accept them.
Yeah.
Because once you actually accept them, you will be proud of them. Because you were talking about the result. If you say like, I need to tell them you're proud, even though you're not, it's not a good thing. Accept them, because probably your kids, most probably, the kids are going to do things that you don't want them to do. You want them to go a certain route, and they will find their own route. So trust them and accept whatever route they take. Before we're talking about what can they do that will disappoint you, that's kind of the same subject. Because there's some parents that, the kid has to have 100 in every test and be a musician and whatever. And if it gets 95, like his disappointment. No, accept him for whatever he does, whatever he accomplishes. Always make him strive for more. That's always a good value. But whatever he does, accept it. I think that's a good tip.
Yeah, I accept this. And I hope I will be able to remember.
Yeah, because they're going to get on your nerves.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to try your limits like nothing ever did.
And my limits are very
short.
I'm not patient.
Yeah.
I think,
so we'll see.
Listen, I'm going to say something a bit controversial.
Yalla.
But I'm going to say it. And I talked about it with my friends at work. And I would love to hear what you think. I think that one of the reasons why I came out okay, relatively, during the time I was like in school and like everything, I think it was because I was a bit afraid of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
A bit afraid.
Yeah.
He never beat me. He yelled at me. He was very angry at me. He never punched me or something. Mm-hmm. He never touched me.
He never put his hands on you.
But the only thing he needed was like the look.
Yeah.
He gave me like, don't do that. And I didn't do it.
Well, same with me. My father never put his hands on me, but he was a very dominant character in the house.
Dude.
Exactly.
Alpha.
So, you always fight with mom, discuss with mom, but when dad comes over,
when shit hits the fan,
that's the big guns.
Yeah.
And you don't discuss. I remember I was about 8, 9, something like that. And we had our shots at school.
Yeah.
Our first injections.
Yeah, and Yon is super afraid of
And I found out that I have a phobia to needles. Until today I hate them, but back then I was terrified. Probably even like 6. So we had our shots at school, and we were standing in the line waiting to get into the nurse's room to get the shot. And I see kids coming out and crying. I'm getting so afraid. And then they sit me down. And I was never big. I was always tall. So I was always like a biggish kid. Yeah. And it was hard to control me because I wouldn't let them hold me to get the shot. They had to call my mother. My mother came all the way to school. And she tried to hold me down, and she was screaming, and I was screaming, and she couldn't hold me down. And then they called my father, and he came and looked at me, held my arms, and pulled me down to the chair. Just tuck, and I got the shot. So I think what you're saying, I kind of agree. Either if it's your father or your mother, but you should have some level of respect to your parents, that there is a red line.
Yes.
The red line exists.
Yeah,
a kid with zero borders, limits is not good. So you need to be able to, at some point, know that you can put a limit.
Yes. Like to make him like, again, be a bit afraid.
Yeah.
Afraid.
Yeah. Afraid of the consequences.
Yes, exactly. Afraid of the consequences. Afraid of the moment where he tries to cross the limit.
Yeah.
And you tell them...
He has to think twice.
And you tell them, try me. I want to
try me, motherfucker.
Try me. Just try me. And in your mind, you say, I hope he will believe because I have nothing else. I am not going to beat him. I have nothing else.
I remember with my brother, I think it was with my brother, when he's a baby and a small kid, you can tell him the limit is coming when you do like, Fernando, do this. No, 1, 2, and then he does it because he doesn't want to check the limit. And then comes a time when you start counting and he just looks at you like saying,
you're not going to do it.
Saying, bring it, bitch. Bring it. Like 1, 2, Fernando. And he's like looking at you like, what are you going to do?
You're not going to
What
do
are
it.
you're gonna do nothing, bitch. And then when I said 3, I think I hit him. I did something like saying, "This is the red line. You don't want to cross that line. When I count, you do it."
Dude, that's like evolutional stuff.
Yeah,
Because
I was a big brother.
you need to listen. If I am telling you to not do something, it's because you need to trust me.
It's not always a smart thing I'm telling you to do, but most of the time is something very smart that I'm telling you
If
to
I'm
do.
serious, it means you need to be serious.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to listen to me.
Yeah. So the craziest thing is Yon's story about him getting like
The shot.
the shot.
Yeah.
I was about to say, God forbid, it got shot.
I know I was never shot.
No. God forbid.
I've been shot at,
Yeah.
but I've never been shot.
Yeah, and that's a story for another day.
For another day, yeah.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, like really, I remember being there. Like you were.
Oh yeah.
We were at school.
Mhm.
I was the next kid that was going to get the shot, and I saw him, and I saw everything. And I remember the nurses trying to convince him, and he's crying. His mother coming, and he's crying.
Yeah.
His dad coming. Everyone were silent. The school, everyone looked at Yon and his father and said, "Damn, that's an alpha."
Yep.
And he like,
Because look, my mother also had I was also afraid to some sort of level of my mom. But when I go out of control and I can't control myself, my mother is not a limit. My father doesn't matter in which stage was the limit.
yeah,
Until a certain age. Until you start saying like, you know what, I'm my own person.
oh, I have my sentence again. I don't know if I invented it, the first one, but I thought about it myself with myself.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment you become a man is the moment you realize that your dad is not a superhero.
Yeah.
That's the moment you realize,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm a man now,
Yeah.
and he's not a superhero.
Yeah, I've talked to you about it in regards to my dad when it started happening. There was a time when I used to fight with my dad. Like we used to have serious, like scary. Not like it never got physical. It was very close to it, but it never got physical. And I started going to therapy for a lot of reasons, and I started learning exactly that relationship with your father. And there is a stage in human evolution which is to kill the parents. For you to be independent, you need to kill the parents. And one part of killing them is the idea of them as your superior. Like up until now, mom and dad were everything. They know everything. They are the keeper of the secrets and the intelligence, and he's always stronger than you and he can pick you up. And then you cross the line where like, whoa, no, they're just people like me. And I know some things that they don't.
Yeah, think about the fact that I am in the age that my dad had me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're having kids in the same age?
Same age, man.
Wow.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe 1 year difference. I don't remember now, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Same thing.
You're in the same stage.
Yeah.
So you realize your father, like you said, is not a superhero. He's not this superior being. He's a human like you, and sometimes even inferior to you. And that's why you have to kill the parents for yourself to be independent and continue on in life.
So there is a phase. We talked about the phase that we both passed where we realized that our dads are not superheroes.
Yeah,
And you see their flaws.
exactly.
And the next phase that I think you reached it as well is, but it's very interesting, is to understand that everything they are doing is because they love you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Exactly.
the next step.
They had always good intentions. Maybe the result was bad.
The way they executed,
Exactly. The execution was bad.
but the base, pure love.
Pure love.
Pure
And
love.
also, they just didn't know. I mean, then you're starting to blame them for, oh, I'm this because of you. And my life is like this because of you. Suddenly, because you realize they're flawed and you have to kill them, you start blaming them from everything. And then, like you're saying, then you actually continue in life and you see that you make the same mistakes. And oh my God, I'm getting to the stage I want a kid. This is going to be so hard. Oh my God, my father was in the same situation like me. Sometimes it could be because of your own experiences. With me, it was like, for example, when my friends started having kids, I'm like, oh shit, he's going to be a father? He's going to be in charge of a person? His education? And I'm like, oh fuck, he doesn't know anything. My father, when he had me, was also just a kid having kids. And then you start to accept, like, okay, now I understand everything he did. You don't get an instruction menu of how to have a kid,
Right.
or what to do. Nothing. You just go with it and do the best you can. And you're going to fail a lot of times. But as long as you do it with good intentions because you love that person, you love that kid, everything's going to be okay.
Everything is going to be okay.
Yeah. And at some point, they are going to fight with you. They're going to hate you. And that's part of life. And you're going to have to accept
You
it.
can't miss that.
You can't mess
You
that.
like,
There's going to come an age, he's going to say no to you, and I hate you, I don't want to see you, he's going to sleep outside, and you're going to have to accept that because you're going to know it's temporary.
wow.
Yeah.
Deep. Very deep. Yeah.
I want to be a father really bad if it wasn't clear until now. I had some failed attempt. That sounds bad. No.
Yon is the friend that if he will one day come and tell you that he found out that he is a father, you won't be surprised. You'll be like,
No.
that's Yon.
I'm not talking about, I just finished 2 very long relationships and I'm single again and I wanted to be a family man for a long time. So those were the attempts. Not
you want to date Yon, comment below.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I'm also very interested in kids and psychology and education. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think you are amazing.
We'll see.
And it will happen. Your time will come.
Because you know something? Looking at my life until now and looking at who I am and how I am, both paths are equally possible. Me being a family man and me just being single for the rest of my life. Like, just a man that goes on adventures and does things and is always like the cool uncle with the cool stories.
I will tell you, I'll be completely honest.
Always an uncle, never
I
a dad.
understand what you're saying, but it's not 50-50 like you are saying.
No?
No, it's 75% you will be a father and 25% that you won't be.
Okay.
That's not 50-50.
Okay. Yeah, but you can also see that reality happening.
I can see it like you being like Joey or something.
Exactly. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride. Something like that. I will always be the cool uncle with the cool stories and cool experiences.
I will. It will happen. I feel it in my bones.
I hope so.
I am already waiting to your bachelor party.
Bachelor party. Oh yeah. Hopefully that
in my
happens.
bachelor party we went to Amsterdam.
Yes, we did. If we go out to Amsterdam, it's going to be a very different experience.
Again, the elephant in the room. It's something I'm going to say sometimes. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. We didn't went to any strip club.
No.
We didn't go to any
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
That's Amsterdam. That's their marketing.
Let's talk about it. We've never had a bachelor party with like strippers.
No.
I don't think it's cool.
It's cool.
I don't think it's cool.
No, it's not cool.
No,
it's not cool.
You're about to get married. It's okay. If we're talking about like times where you're getting married to the first person you're ever going to sleep with or ever have any sexual encounter with, I can understand like have like one last something with somebody else and then spend the rest of your life with your only one and only. But we're in a society where that's not reality anymore. We all had a lot of experiences, at least one before our getting married.
Yeah.
On average.
We didn't marry while being a virgin.
Exactly. We've married after having at least a relationship before they're into something.
We know our stuff.
Exactly. So you don't really need one more before you're getting married. That's just, in my opinion, sorry guys, just not cool. Not cool.
I'll be even
kind of lame.
Exactly. That's
it's kind of lame.
I was about to say that. It's lame. It's lame, guys, and I will be even more honest than that. I don't know.
Wait. Do you want to piss off people who you know are the type of people who have strippers in their bachelor's parties? Think about it, and I'll say whatever you want to say.
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Dude, what you said?
Yeah.
That's a community. That's a community of you have like secret groups of secret like whorehouses, strip clubs in the country. Like you go, like
you don't want to piss off those people.
Okay, I am traveling.
I'm sorry, guys, if I've offended anybody.
I completely understand. Yeah. But no, what I want to say is that I will be even more honest in
Yeah.
that. And that's what I want to do. I want to be honest.
Go ahead.
When we were 18, we went to a strip club.
Yeah.
We went once.
Yeah.
Once.
So we know what the experience is like.
You, me, and another friend that because he's not here, I don't want to, maybe he doesn't want to us to say his name, but we went to a strip
It was a
club.
weird experience.
It was a weird experience. We were there, and like while we were there, we said, it's not for us.
No.
No.
Hey, look,
No.
it was fun. You can say it was fun, but it was like, it's like something I want to do next week again.
It was weird, man. It was
weird?
It was weird, man. For me. For
I
you,
remember there
maybe,
was somebody there that looked like somebody we knew. We got super excited about that. But it was...
Well, like while we were there, we understood that like
it's not for us.
Not for
we're
us.
We're not that audience.
You know, I while she was
We're not that crowd.
while she was doing the lap dance,
Yeah.
I was like, I want to talk with her about life. I want to try to like, I want to try to
I don't think that.
understand. Like, want to hear the story. Like, I love stories, you know.
Yeah.
And I want to hear the story how you got here.
Okay, so
I want to
know her.
I want to know her.
I basically felt like she doesn't really want to give you a lap dance. She just
Yeah,
gave me a
that's
lap dance
that's
'cause
as well.
I
That's
just gave. This is not fun.
that's money. No
Yeah.
money.
You know, when you get intimate with somebody, I think the best sex you ever have is. I'm gonna say this: the first thing on the list is not how she looks, and not what experience. Nothing is when two people just really, really want to have good sex with each other. You know that night is gonna be fucking amazing. So the other end of the spectrum, when you have somebody doing something sexual to you that she has no interest in doing, it's all mechanical. It's not a fun experience. So we went to the strip club. I had a lap dance. I felt like the coldest lap dance in the world. So I'm like, okay, I experienced it.
Thank you. No.
Thank you very much. It was
Bye.
nice to have a lady on me that was half naked, but
It wasn't
not for me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, exactly.
no. And that's us being really honest. Okay.
Yeah.
really, really honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Like,
Oh, something that might disappoint you. If you have a daughter that opens something similar
OnlyFans.
to OnlyFans.
Nowadays, strip club. That's the new strip clubs.
Exactly. Like a few years ago was if you find your daughter like dancing in some club. Now it's OnlyFans. If you have a daughter and she has OnlyFans, you find out.
I will be disappointed.
I think that's a disappointment.
Listen,
Yeah.
we talked before about a question of like what will make me disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. So I brought it up.
So OnlyFans, I think that's the only thing, you know, anything related to porn and those stuff, I will be like, I'm disappointed. I can say it 100%. There is no reason.
Yeah.
Nothing will convince me.
I'm thinking if it's everything that's sexual to the public that your daughter does. But there's one thing, I don't know why they came to my mind, that's the only sexual thing that you do to the public that I think I would accept, that I would be completely fine with. If my daughter writes erotic novels,
You will accept that?
I would be like,
Cool.
I mean, yeah, cool, all right. I mean, as long as
That's you, Yon. You just described Yon.
because I
Dude,
think
that's so specific.
yeah, you know, because I mean, if my daughter is writing erotic novels, it's still her putting her sexuality outside, but it's coming from
In
her
a respectful
creativity
way.
in a respectful way. It's her creativity. It's part of who she is. Fine, perfect. She wants to do erotic paintings, put in
Cool.
art. Yeah, cool. But if she sells herself, her body, you know, no, even if she does like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's still a thing, like dirty talking to people on the phone.
I don't know.
I know there was once like you can call a hotline and somebody like, starts.
Yeah, I know it from the
yeah.
past. I never tried it, but I know
I
it.
think it's before our time.
Yeah.
True. So
True.
I don't know if something like this still exists, but that, for example, for me would be still like a disappointment. But converting her sexuality into art, novels, drawing, whatever, sculptures, I would be like, yeah, cool, okay. So I think that would be the part of sexuality that I would be proud if my daughter did and not disappointed. anything other sexual, it's too public.
That's, you have the line between each side.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exact
Yeah.
line that if you pass that, no good.
Yeah.
But I want to clarify something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I said before that if my daughter will open OnlyFans, I said that I will be disappointed.
Yeah.
I want to clarify. I will be disappointed, but I will still be her father. I will still support her. I will still call her every day and ask her.
You won't give up on her.
Yeah, I will never, never give up.
You should never give up on your kids.
Never.
Yeah.
And, but I will still, I will be disappointed maybe, but I will never give up.
Yeah. I think a sign of a bad parent, and I might say something here very, very heavy, is if you feel like you can give up on your kid. Regardless the age. You gave up, something that is wrong.
No excuse. No
excuses.
excuse. Zero excuses.
You can be mad, you can be awake, you can be whatever, but if you give up on him.
I think that today's culture is full of, people are accepting a culture of lying, of deceit.
Yeah.
Of many bad things.
Yeah.
And that's what people nowadays are missing. Being honest.
And I think the role of a parent is not to tell your kid what line to walk, is at least to guide him to the right direction. Let him walk his own line.
Let him do his own mistakes.
Let him do his own mistakes. Let him go his own way. Like we said, if my daughter decides to do a graphic novel, I've never walked that line. I don't know how, but I can still maintain some morals and values in her life for her to keep, of mutual respect, of sakranut, curiosity, sense of adventure, many things that, you can do whatever you're doing. As long as you're keeping these values, go ahead, do whatever.
Be you. Do you,
exactly.
Boo-boo.
So I think once a parent gives up, like saying, you know what, just do whatever you do, I don't want to keep these values anymore, I gave up on you. That's a sign that shouldn't have been a parent.
No.
Yeah. I think that's that's one of the lines. I think
I heard someone saying, I think in a podcast, that they said that some people shouldn't have kids and they should have a license, a test.
People should get a license.
They should do a test.
I don't think the government should tell us who should be parents or not.
I didn't say government.
The test and the license is something from the
government.
I didn't
say it. I don't know. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, it's an interesting conversation.
But I think here in Israel is very common because there are some people that when you talk or see or know them,
you shouldn't be a parent.
They shouldn't be parents.
Yeah.
So every Israeli say it at least once in his life. They should have a license to have kids.
Once we had natural selection. Now we don't.
No.
So everybody has kids.
Everybody has kids.
Yes. Well, everybody has kids. And those kids vote.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think it will be very exciting to be a dad.
Yeah.
It's so weird, man.
Yeah. Do you have we're about to finish. So do you have a last message for yourself? For Yair, because you're still not thinking about the kid clearly.
Yeah, no.
I think once you have the kid, I would like you to give him a message for the future, but now I want you to give a message for Yair.
Wow.
Or you know what? Could be two things. Or a message or questions for yourself in 10 years. When Pascal is 10.
I will do both.
Okay.
We will end with that.
Yalla.
So the first thing is things I hope, I wish.
Yeah.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah. The first you wish for yourself.
So I wish that I will still be on the path, my path.
Yeah.
Really. That I feel that I'm moving slowly but surely. That things that it's so obvious for me, but I will still say them, that my love with Yair just got stronger because of the baby. I'm completely sure about that.
That's good.
And that I'm still me, man. That's what I wish,
Amen.
That people change. And I think that how a lot of people that know us from the past, something that they can say about both of us. I don't know if they say it's a good thing or a bad thing, but they will say they didn't change.
Yeah.
They are the same Yon and Yair we know from the first grade. They are still
Probably.
they are
Something's changed, but the dynamic is the same one.
they are nerds, but they are not nerds.
Yeah.
They are like have
Successful
their own
nerds.
They cool nerds.
Yeah.
They have like their own vibes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like they played Spider-Man, but they were still not that weird. I don't know. All those things.
Yeah.
And question.
Yeah. 3 questions for Yair in Pascal's 10th birthday
That I ask Pascal?
that you ask yourself.
Yes, myself. I hope you
No hope. Ask him.
ask him.
Yeah. Yair, so what happened with this? Or what is going to happen with this thing?
Are you still fit?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this could be awesome. Like, remember, you can tell your kids, I used to be fit until you were born. I used to be fit.
Fuck. I hope not.
If that happens to you, that would be the funniest thing ever.
Dude, it will be sad. If it happened and you are watching it now, cry. Cry a bit.
No, I'll tell you why not. Because with your discipline, if you're not fit, it's because you're putting it into something else.
On the kids.
On the kids or work or what something else. You have to find a project. I don't know what. But it won't be sad.
So
Yeah.
I think I agree.
Okay. So, first question, are you still fit?
Are you
Second
still
question.
fit? Are you still following your dreams?
Okay.
I'm not saying it will be the same dreams I have now,
Yeah.
but
Are you putting them, are they on hold right now? Or are you right now actively following them?
yeah,
Okay.
like don't forget the dreams.
Mhm.
Don't forget to fight and aspire to reach your dreams.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not sure it's a good thing to reach your dreams, the quest is what
Yeah.
it's the path.
The path.
It's interesting.
And
And
last
the-
question.
And the third one, wow, I have a very dark answer.
Oh, wow.
Very dark answer. It will be a sad way to talk about it.
Okay.
Is it too sad? Who passed?
If you're, I think I know what you're asking. Don't ask a question.
No,
That's a question for yourself.
I think to be honest, no. I will say it. I will talk about it
Okay.
because of the reason that, again, the things I learned about myself in those months of thinking what content I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to help people.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not some kind of a genius. I'm not anything, okay? Like I don't have any special skills that will save your life, actually.
Yeah.
But the small incremental things, those are the things that I want to try to help.
Okay.
So just me talking about the next question, which I still didn't talk about, if it will help someone to act and do something good for himself, it's for me helping
Okay.
someone.
All right.
So
Legit.
for example, I did a video, I already edited it, and we could be published soon, that I went to the doctor to check my testicles.
Okay.
So, to see that I don't have anything,
Mm-hmm.
grabbing.
Yeah.
And I said, well, it's embarrassing a bit, I don't know, Yona, it's like too much. But then I had the voice of, if it will help one person to go to the doctor, check,
Yeah.
and save his nuts, I did my
Yeah.
thing,
Okay.
I did my thing.
All
So the question I'm going to ask, which is really dark, but
Without further ado.
yeah, it's a long introduction. Who passed away?
I knew that was going to be a question.
Who passed away? That's the question that it's inevitable, my boss, which I really, I will say admire, he's like the best boss I ever had. We talk a lot, and we talk about life. I discovered yesterday that he's also an only child like me.
Okay.
I know him for 2 years that I didn't know that, which is funny. But he told me you are reaching the age where people you are really close to you
Are alive.
will pass away. They are starting. This is the moment, the real moment that it will happen.
Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to be a bit depressing is because the way I want to try to help you or to help you, go call your parents, go call your grandparents,
100%.
your friends, whoever is on your mind when I'm talking, go and call them.
first of all, you're 100% right. But on the other hand, think about it that I still have a grandmother and you still have one too. So in some cases, even when your child is going to be 30 years old, you're still going to have a parent around. So it might start now, but it doesn't mean it has to happen now.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's like you said, when Shira's going to give birth, there's like a 5-week, right, range that it can start now, it can start then, but it can also happen later. I don't know.
From 37 weeks to 42.
Okay. Yeah, 5 weeks. So we're in the age where it might start happening.
It can happen now. Like she's calling maybe. I don't know. If she's calling, I'm like, no.
Yeah. No, but we said with who's passing away, it could start happening very soon.
Soon it can.
But I can also right now reach 60 years old and still have both my parents. It's also a possibility.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
What I'm talking about is a bit broader. I'm not saying 10 years as like strict 10 years.
Yeah.
But my grandmother is 95.
Yeah.
10 years from now, I wish, it will be amazing.
My grandmother is,
But I am realistic, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to not think about it, and then, like, I think me
You're
thinking about it is making me more ready.
Yeah.
I will never
preparing
be,
for it.
We will never be 100% ready, but a bit readier.
Yeah.
So
a bit more ready to accept it.
yes, exactly. And that's the lesson. And I think I think that's super important, man. And something that it's hard to say, but I think we will finish with that.
Yeah.
And again, is depressing. I'm sorry, but this is again me trying to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm saying it all the time, but it's super.
Yeah.
It's my revelation, you know?
So I think this has been a very deep and personal episode. Yeah, that was the idea of it. And I'm glad it came as it did in English, because we were afraid that if we speak in English, maybe some things will get blocked or won't flow as much.
I will give us A-.
Okay. Yeah,
I take A-. I think people understand us.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe that.
No, I was afraid that maybe our thoughts, our conversation wouldn't flow as much as it does in Hebrew.
But they are amazing, man.
It was good.
That's good. I feel a bit FOMO.
We're spiced.
I feel a bit FOMO. 134 episodes
in Hebrew.
If we would have done it in English,
I think we needed the episodes in Hebrew
in order to prepare.
Because my English wasn't as good back then, and also to get comfortable doing podcasts. Now we know how to make podcasts.
We are
seasoned. We're seasoned.
We are.
So I think if we start with it, maybe it wouldn't
be a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, maybe. So
I think those years of talking Hebrew in our podcast was sharpening the knife.
Yeah.
Preparing. Doing it the right way, not trying to find shortcuts.
Yeah. And let's see how we translate this one. Up until here.
No.
How is the outro in Hebrew? ועד כאן, לפודקאסט בואו נדבר דוגרי.
And until now.
No, it's also... And that's it for podcast Let's Talk Dugri, the podcast for me and Yair talk Dugri. Episode 134.
Amazing, man.
Am Yisrael Chai, guys.
Am Yisrael Chai. Love you all. Wow. What a great episode.
Yeah. Dugri. Yeah.